Hello, everyone. You're welcome to today's FX market overview. Today is 24th of March 2024. So last week I couldn't drop a market overview video for you in the YouTube channel because I was having some Wi-Fi issues, so I couldn't rectify it on time, and because of that, I wasn't able to connect to the internet, and I wasn't able to make a video. Right. So throughout last week, there was no video from me except for the Forex trading for beginners course, which I had already pre-uploaded. So I just had to, it makes it easy. I just had to schedule it and upload it. So yes, my Wi-Fi is okay today, and yeah. So let's discuss what we have for what I'm looking at for this week. Now, if we quickly look to the upper right of my screen here, we're not going to be discussing so many assets today. Okay, I want your suggestion, right? The last Forex Weekly, the last Outlook video I did, it was quite long. So I think it was about 56 minutes, close to an hour. And that was because I had to talk about review of some of my trades and then talk about what I'm anticipating for the week, right? So I don't know, do you enjoy it? Because it looks kind of long for me. So I wanted to seek for your opinion as to what do I do. So if you're watching this, make sure you drop your opinion, right? Let me hear your opinion. What do you think? Do you think I should always do the review of the trades? If I'm going to take any trade and I actually took some trade, you want me to review it? I should review the trades and then talk about what I'm anticipating for the week, or we should just leave the review and just go straight to what I'm anticipating for the week. So if I'm going to do the review and then what I'm anticipating, the video is going to be quite lengthy, just like the last one, which was 56 minutes. But if I'm just directly going to talk about what I'm anticipating for the week, it's not going to be so long, right? So on this call, I'm just going to be talking about what I'm anticipating for the week, right? And then I'm gonna, as the week unfolds, as you watch the video, make sure you drop your recommendation. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should talk about the review of the trades and then what I'm anticipating for the week, or I should just go straight to trade ideas? All right. So let me know what your opinions are. Then I will put it into consideration and then use the findings to make the next overview video, right? But then on this call, I'm going to be talking about what I'm anticipating for the week, and then Euro JPY. Right, yeah. So we do not have so many assets. So as on Saturday, yesterday, I was just looking at you know currency pairs, the list of them. I was like, okay, I mean, some of them prices moved, some of them price is not even ready yet. So some of them pricing go the way we wanted it. I just removed them from the radar, and these are the only ones I'm looking at, except NZD card also, right? So we're going to be looking at the dollar index, Euro USD, Euro GBP, GBP AUD, NZD card, right? Those are the assets we're going to be looking at. And then we'll also look at Euro JPY and I think one more, not sure. All right, so first and first, dollar index. All right, so dollar index, this is the monthly time frame, as you know it already. And March is bullish, right? We had a very strong sell-off, when March started so down, and now March is about to close bullish again. So for 3 straight months now, the dollar index is closing bullish, right? It's January, it's February, March so down, and then we have just 4 days and 14 hours left for this candle to close. So what's going to be the play? Is it going to be a bullish candle close? Is it going to be a bearish candle close? Or is it going to be a doji? That's a candle just without the body. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Right. But then dollar index so far has been doing what we wanted. But then last week he just decided to go bizarre. So now on the weekly time frame and see price. So we called out price taking out this high, coming into this imbalance and selling off. That was what happened. And then for 2 weeks now was a bullish candle. That's last 2 weeks was a bullish candle. And last week also. Sunday's the beginning of a week, right? So if Sunday's the beginning of a week, then that means last week and last 2 weeks. But then if Sunday is still part of the previous week, then I'm last week and this week we've been bullish. Right. So now just if we go to the daily time frame, I actually thought the dollar index was going to take out this low. That was what I was anticipating. I remember when I was talking about this last 2 weeks, the last Forex weekly outlook did. Right. So I actually thought the dollar index was going to take out this low and then come for this one. But then as you guys can see, that didn't happen. Price rallied up, went up, came into this imbalance, and then price just went more and more to the upside. So now we're back into that imbalance again. And what is most likely going to happen now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing the liquidity. The only thing I'm seeing is this imbalance up here and then this high. And then, maybe dollar index is going to go up. But then if we come to Euro USD, okay, Euro USD kind of up this, lows to the downside. So dollar index now, go back to dollar index. There is no liquidity to the upside, but the price is inside the imbalance already. It might want to come because actually the imbalance, this imbalance is from, I think, was it the weekly imbalance now or the monthly? Just to be sure what imbalance. So yes, this is the monthly imbalance. And so far, price has filled it all the way. Yeah, so we still have that one left up there. So it's dollar index aiming for this imbalance. So what's going to be the play? And then if you look at Euro USD, we actually have liquidity to the downside. So I remember the last 2 weeks, I was talking about Euro USD going up, take out this I. It's very interesting. Market didn't do that. Right. So institutions were like, hello, we can give you this as a win this time. Right. So this did not go the way I was anticipating it. Euro didn't come up for this liquidity. Instead started to drop and come to the downside, right? And then came down again, came into this imbalance and then fell further down. So now we have this liquidity in this area. So if dollar index is going to go up, okay, dollar index is going to go up, then EU is going to come for the liquidity. I'm not seeing the liquidity on dollar index. I'm only seeing it present to the downside, but to the upside, I'm not seeing that, equal highs, equal lows. Let me check the 4 time frame. Maybe this one. Yeah, but then I think it's more perfect and more visible on Euro USD. So if the institutions are going to aim for the liquidity, if they're going to attack, come for this liquidity to the downside, and therefore, dollar index is going to go up. That means I'm calling for higher pricing on dollar index now, and then EU down, lower pricing, take out the liquidity. Now I do not know like by how many pips this is going to drop. Okay, I'm only going to be anticipating a strip of the liquidity. It could reject and go up. It could just fall further down. But for what I'm seeing now, I think it's going to go down the more to take out the liquidity. And I wouldn't want a situation where market opens and price just cap down and take the liquidity. Okay, let it keep stalling in that area and then maybe going into, you know, uh, Berlin, London session, and then maybe we can get a play. But I'm going to be looking at this liquidity for price to take it out. Okay, quickly, I remember I usually forget to look at Forex Factory. So I I do not want to forget now. So let's go to Forex Factory. Forex Factory. Yeah, let's see what we have for this week. So calendar. All right. So on Monday we have USD orange folder. That's not really a major news. And then on Tuesday we have CP consumer. On Wednesday we have CP high AUD. So do we have any AUD pairs? GBP AUD. Okay. So on Wednesday we have 1:30 a.m. That's very early in the morning. CP high and then FOMC. Okay. And then on Thursday we have CAD, GDP, USD final GDP. And then on Thursday, 3 p.m. we have pending home sales. And on Friday, red folder, corp PCE. So there's no any of those big news. Why we do not have the CP high for dollar. We do not have FOMC or NFP. The only CPI we have is on Wednesday for AUD. Okay, and we are going to look at this shortly. All right, so this is what we have this week. So not really that major news everywhere. Just some major news on dollar, some major news on AUD, and then CAD. Right, so that's what we have on calendar for this week. So EU lower pricing. Okay, it could take out the liquidity and start to go up, right? And it could just keep falling down, right? So, but what I'm anticipating and what I'm going to call out, what I'm going to project is that EU should go down to take out the lows to the downside. So we actually have this as daily lows. Okay, so I'm going to be anticipating a push down to let's take out liquidity. I mean, guys, look at this. I remember taking a sell in this area. Remember? So I actually remember selling this off to taking out this daily lows. But now, if you can see this, what happened in this area when price came here to the downside on Monday, created equal lows. Now I didn't take it out on Tuesday. Instead, came into the imbalance, and you see, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, price just went up. They didn't take out the liquidity. They had to leave the liquidity for next week. Okay, remember, technical analysis, study of what the past and the behavior of what has happened in the market, and then use that to predict what's going to happen in the future. Right. So what happened now, they might not come for this immediately. Right. So just have it at the back of your mind. So don't try to be 100% aggressive on looking for sales. Okay. Make sure you, you know, try to understand the candles. Go a lower time frame. What are the candles printing? What are the informations the candle is trying to tell you? But and then you use that to make your decision. Like in this case, created the imbalance, didn't come for it, feel the imbalance, dropped up to next week. Now we have this on Friday, market closed on Monday now. Imbalance is not completed yet. We have first candle, the second candle, we need another candle to complete imbalance. And then are we gonna have something similar, or is just gonna straight go down for the liquidity? Okay, so just keep an eye in this area. But what I'm calling is lower price on the EU taking out the lows, and it might start to reject up, right? Okay, but I'm not sure it's gonna go all the way up this week. All right, so let's just see what's gonna happen as the week unfolds. So that's it for dollar index in EU, and then Euro GBP. Euro GBP, guys. I remember saying start looking for sales, and that didn't happen, right? Institutions are just creating more and more and more liquidity. At some point, I was bullish. I said it was going to take out this eye and then come into this imbalance. There was an imbalance here, one of the previous recording. Then I said, if it's going to take out this eye and it's going to come into the imbalance, then you should just take out this eye also. But now, instead, price started to come down, and then we had this big sell-off. And then when I saw this big sell-off on Friday, I remember on Saturday when I did the recording last 2 weeks, I said Euro GBP is going to start coming down for the lows. That didn't happen again. Right? Instead, price created more liquidity, went all the way to the upside, and finally they took out this daily high. So now I'm in between. Are they going to continue to come up for this high, or they're going to start coming down for this low? I don't know yet. I just have it on my radar because I'm going to monitor this. All right. So for Euro GBP, that high has been captured. I was wrong last 2 weeks, and the week before that, I was right calling higher price, but then I just didn't go straight. I had to come down and then go up, made me change my buyers, and then finally went for the liquidity to the upside. So for Euro GBP, I'm still in between now because price is just in between. We have the high, we have the low. What's going to be the play? Right, so I'm in between. And then for GBP AUD, so I saw this yesterday, right? So for GBP AUD, I'm seeing this daily lows here, right? And then I can also see this liquidity in this area also. Now I wanted taking a sell. Did I? No, I'm not sure. I only saw this. Right, I saw this liquidity here. Sorry, demand, supply, demand, supply. So I was like, okay, if GBP AUD can come into this area, maybe we can get some sell-off. Now, structure itself is bearish. We have this lower high, and this lower low. So we have this as our top range, right? So I was anticipating maybe on Friday we're gonna get a push into this area, but that didn't happen yet. So I'm still going to be looking at this area for a possible sell-off on GBP AUD. Right now, I would not advise you place a limit on this. GBP AUD usually have a lot of pips, so very small pip can give you already 30 pips. Just wait for more distribution inside this area. Right, so that's why I have GBP AUD on my radar because of the liquidity to the downside. You also have liquidity here, and then I want it to come into premium areas for sell. So that's it for GBP AUD. And then lastly, NCD card. NZD card. NZD card. This pair, oh my god. We have been following this for a very long time. And then finally, I think it's time to take it off the radar. Why? Because it didn't take out the liquidity to the upside. This one, I mean, we were right a lot of times, but eventually the institutions did not take out liquidity. So now it fell really, really to the downside. So I don't know if this is going to be maybe a possible harmonic pattern information. Let me see. Swing low. So we have 50. So I don't know yet. I'm going to check. But for now, let's just take it off the radar. Let's take it off. All right. So these are the assets, just EU, GBP, USD, Euro USD, Euro GBP, and then GBP AU. All right, so these are the assets I'm looking at for this week. Very small, not so much. And then lastly, let me just talk about Euro JPY. So how many of you caught Euro JPY this trade? Boom. I mean, just played out exactly like I anticipated it, right? When the price come into the imbalance, take out the liquidity, and then start to go up. And that was what happened. So I didn't even get an entry here. I didn't get an entry here. I only had my entry when we were so close to liquidity. Up. So this was my entry. I think it was only 15 minutes. So 5 minutes. Yeah, it was at 5 minutes. I remember I was about to go out and I just, you know what, let me just place it and then just go out. And then I just placed it on my phone and checked it later. So we're already close to the daily highs and that was it. So give me a 1 to 4.31. Very, very amazing trade. So guys, these are the assets I'm looking at. Once again, dollar index higher pricing, EU lower pricing, Euro GBP. I'm presently in between. I don't know what's going to happen yet. And then GBP AUD higher pricing, and then maybe it's going to drop, right? So higher pricing, and then want to see price take out this liquidity. So these are the assets I'm looking at for this week. I wish you guys an amazing trading week. Do have an amazing day.